Whew.
So that
Let's go.
Time-consuming 10-play drive, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
We got this. We're just gonna run the ball the whole fourth quarter just to milk it, man. Wait till we get Cam Akers back. We'll be shredding these people.
Rodgers on the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers.
Ooh. No, sir.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Oh, get him.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season.
Got in there so quick.
Continues.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
All right, let's run the ball.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball. Getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Throw incomplete.
My fault.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Okay, we'll give them another chance, I guess. Wish I could have gotten some more clock off that, but...
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants
Stafford's
to pumped
pumped.
through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's a pass swung out.
No,
to his
sir.
And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line.
I saw you trying that screen.
-2 yards brings up 3rd down.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Okay.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, he was open too. Adams was open.
That's because really there hasn't been
but it got
any.
swatted.
This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going.
The O-line is bullying people around. It's evident that we trained on our inside running this week.
But at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Impressive. Very impressive.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
I think they're in man.
Sports. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's Woods. Stafford on target to Woods. 1st down, L.A. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
On 1st down, Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from knocking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Let's go,
91 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines.
I wish I could get Darrell Henderson back in this game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Stafford to cup there for a Rams 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Stafford now to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. Touchdown, Rams.
Too easy.
A great effort there. His
Too easy.
Of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Rams are looking to make it 2 straight.
Look at the block by Edwards there. Great block.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
We're cruising. We are in cruise control. If this is any indication of how good our team actually is, then we should feel really good about where our team's at.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Defensively,
we might actually get the goal that we wanted with
was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to
less than 150 passing yards.
Wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it,
because that was Jordan Fuller's superstar goal or whatever.
Holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, But guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And a missed tackle.
They're running.
He pushes forward for a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check 41. I got one.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh.
And that's incomplete.
Devontae tried a little hot sauce on that out route. It didn't work.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh no.
They hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down.
Oh, that's a big play.
Inside the LA 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Hey, 4-1's Mike.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3 wide.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers
Dropped it.
The end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays.
Ooh.
They haven't been on the same surface
Thought he caught that.
you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now Rodgers got to have this one.
He dropped it.
Complete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Stafford going to throw it. Going up top for Kupp. And this is incomplete.
I had to try it. I had man coverage. I had man coverage. I had to try it.
But he could not pull it in. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. But no help there as they'll get to him at the 5. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It's going to milk this clock because I don't want Rodgers to get over that 150 passing yards for that superstar goal.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And it was the Niners who were able to come away with a victory.
Now they're going to call timeout?
Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with
now they're going to call
timeouts.
timeouts. Okay.
Jimmy Garoppolo, 2 touchdown passes in the W. Rodgers now on first down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside.
137. He only needs 13 more passing yards.
18 and a first down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road.
All right. Only threw for 150 yards, but I had 3 touchdowns. I don't think I had any picks, so that's great. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. You see Jordan Fuller out there? That's not a fluke. That guy's a big-time talent. Jordan Fuller now has the superstar development trait, progresses faster than before, and can use superstar abilities. Excellent. View playoff picture. Sure. So New Orleans has the number 1 seed. We have the number 2 seed. We would play Tampa if the playoffs were to start today. Playing the Jags. Medium pass. Defensively. Let's do that run inside again. I really liked that. Okay, we still only have 19 staffing points. Let's go ahead and do our scouting. That guy actually looks pretty good. That guy looks good too. I'm all about drafting safeties, all about it. Let's just make sure Kupp is in our slot in our depth chart. Okay. All right, let's play the Jags.
Here in Week 13, we've got a shutdown corner looking to lock down his former team. Jalen Ramsey and the Rams take on the visiting Jaguars. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They come in riding high, just one loss in their last 7 games.
It's a very focused team, very disciplined. They've kept the penalties to a minimum, and they're winning football games.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
There's Trevor. See what Trevor has for us.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And no run back here, so they'll bring it
Poor
out to
Travis
25.
Etienne.
For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Such a shame that he got injured. I would have really liked to see him play. See how well he would do in his rookie year for the Jags.
Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
We saw something last week you don't see very often. Team loses, but the quarterback, the trigger man, offensive player of the week in the AFC. That's pretty impressive.
You rarely see that. Of course, don't worry, folks. He said the obligatory, I would have traded that for a victory any day of the week.
Yeah, no doubt about it, but still, he must have played awfully well to win it when his team lost.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll be upended at the
James
20.
Robinson is another running back that I really like.
The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson.
He's got to be one of my top 5 favorite running backs.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first, but they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
Ooh.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive.
I think we can man up these guys.
It's 3rd down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Space to maneuver at the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. We know they have these RPOs in their playbook, and look, we're seeing it here in the first quarter. You think we're going to see it as the game
I
continues?
almost picked QB contain for my game plan, but I didn't end up doing it.
And we rely on it. You better be prepared because this is going to be an all-day affair trying to stop them.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true.
Oh.
Offensive linemen still, to this day,
Vicious.
They want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Laviska Shenault, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Trucks over him and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Let's go.
10 yards there, good enough for a
Jags are coming out strong.
I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first.
Jags are already looking better than the Green Bay did the entire game.
And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run here with Robinson. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This defense for the Rams, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And some nice running, going to get him down close.
I missed the
to
tackle.
First down at the Rams 21.
Missed the damn tackle.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now Lawrence. That's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points.
Oh,
maybe not
glad
the
we held them.
touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Rams taking the field, ready for their first offensive series, and led out by their new starter for 2020.
Oh my God, we have more touchdowns than interceptions.
In the National Football League, Matthew Stafford.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want
The numbers a week ago for Henderson. 13 carries, 90 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up for the big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
Yeah, Woods.
All the way down to the 24.
Yes, Woods.
And boy, CD, it's one
Let's look at the
thing
replay
when
on
it's
that
a
one.
great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Now that'll be caught by Cup. He's to the 10, and he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Get in.
Give him 4 on the carry there, and 2nd and goal.
It always seems like Xavier Jones comes in the game when we're in the red zone. That's why Darrell Henderson never gets to score.
Ordinarily, you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second down and goal.
I'm running. Never mind.
And it's complete.
I was going to run, but then I saw Xavier Jones wide open.
A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams have taken the lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's right.
That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
We've been playing great lately. I feel like I'm finally starting to get a hang of Madden and the way the defenses behave and the way the routes run.
to start it out. Robinson. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play.